In India, property transactions involve crucial legal procedures to ensure ownership rights and compliance with real estate laws. Two of the most important aspects of any property deal are stamp duty and registration. These steps not only authenticate the transaction, but also secure the interests of both buyers and sellers. Understanding how stamp duty is calculated, why property registration is necessary, and what happens if these legal requirements are not met is essential for every property owner or investor. In this video, we will take you through the key aspects of stamp duty and registration in India, covering their significance, legal implications, and how SANGAU simplifies the process for property buyers and sellers. 1. Understanding stamp duty. Stamp duty is a government-imposed tax on legal documents involved in property transactions. It is essential for making documents such as sale deeds, gift deeds, and lease agreements legally valid and enforceable. Without paying the necessary stamp duty, these documents are not recognized in a court of law. The stamp duty rate varies by state and depends on factors like property type, transaction value, and location. Some states charge it as a percentage of the property's sale price or market value, whichever is higher. 2. How stamp duty is calculated. The calculation of stamp duty is based on the property's market value or the agreed transaction amount, whichever is higher. Most states in India levy stamp duty between 4% and 7% of the property value. Additionally, some states offer concessions based on the buyer's gender and age. Many state governments reduce stamp duty rates for properties registered in a woman's name, typically by 1 to 2%, as an incentive for female property ownership. 3. Role of stamp paper in property transactions. Stamp paper is a legally required medium for executing property documents in India. It serves as proof of stamp duty payment and must be purchased based on transaction's value. For example, when a sale deed is executed, it must be on a non-judicial stamp paper the value prescribed by the respective state government. Both parties must sign and date the document to validate the transaction. 4. Why property registration is essential. Once stamp duty is paid, the next legal step is property registration at the sub-registrar's office. Registration ensures that the ownership transfer is legally recognized. The transaction is recorded in government property records. The buyer has legal protection against future ownership disputes. Without registration, a buyer cannot prove ownership, which can create legal complications in the future. 5. Step-by-step property registration process. To register a property, both the buyer and seller must visit the sub-registrar's office with sale deed executed on stamp paper, identity proof of both parties, address proof of the buyer and seller, payment receipt of stamp duty. The sub-registrar verifies the documents, and once registered, the property transaction becomes legally valid. Registration should ideally be completed within 4 months of executing the sale deed. 6. Consequences of not paying stamp duty and registration fees. Failure to pay stamp duty and register property can lead to serious legal and financial issues. An unregistered property transaction is invalid in a court of law. Ownership disputes can arise as the sale is not recorded officially. The buyer may face challenges in obtaining a home loan or reselling the property. Additionally, penalties are imposed on delayed stamp duty payments, making timely compliance essential. 7. Key property documents that require registration. Several property-related documents must be legally registered to ensure their validity, including sale deed, ownership transfer, mortgage deed, property pledge for a loan, lease agreement, long-term property rentals, gift deed, property transfer without sale. These documents must be presented at the sub-registrar's office for legal recognition and ownership authentication. 8. Stamp duty exemptions and concessions. Certain property transactions qualify for stamp duty exemptions or reduced rates, depending on state policies. Some common exemptions include properties purchased under government schemes, women property buyers enjoying lower stamp duty, agricultural land transactions in some states, properties transferred within family members, such as gifts or inheritance. These exemptions vary by state laws, and it is crucial to check the latest regulations before purchasing a property. 9. Impact of delay in stamp duty and registration. Delays in paying stamp duty and registration fees can lead to heavy penalties, calculated as a percentage of the property value, complications in property possession for the buyer, difficulty in selling the property or using it as loan collateral. Ensuring timely payment and registration is key to avoiding these risks. 10. How SANGAU simplifies stamp duty and registration. The legal formalities of stamp duty and property registration can be complex, but SANGAU provides expert assistance to ensure a seamless process. With a team of experienced professionals, SANGAU calculates the correct stamp duty based on state laws, handles documentation, and ensures compliance with all legal requirements, guides buyers and sellers through the property registration process, avoiding delays and legal complications. Whether you are buying, selling, or leasing a property, SANGAU's services ensure smooth, hassle-free transactions, allowing you to focus on your investment while they handle the paperwork. Bonus tip: hassle-free property transactions with SANGAU. Beyond stamp duty and registration, SANGAU's expertise extends to property title verification to ensure clear ownership, legal consultation on real estate agreements, liaison with government authorities for smooth documentation. By choosing SANGAU, you eliminate the risks of errors, delays, and legal disputes in property transactions. Final thoughts: secure your property transactions with SANGAU. Stamp duty and registration are non-negotiable legal formalities in Indian real estate transactions. Ensuring that these steps are completed correctly protects your investment, ownership rights, and future resale value. Looking for expert guidance? SANGAU is your trusted partner in handling property transactions with ease and legal precision. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights into Indian real estate laws and property management.